Yeah, that's Steve. He's still one of his tater tots.
Okay, can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I got you on the monitor here for the guys that are here in the office. We got a few of them here in person, which is always nice to do live. I'm tired of Zoom. But Rachel, you're not local anyway, so we're excited to have you and talk a little bit about funnels and how we can use those for lead generation and conversion. Brandon has had experience working with you personally, and that's why you're on the Zoom call today, because you really helped out his business and his funnel and help him create that. So I'm going to turn the call over to Brandon. For those of you that don't know Brandon's a friend of mine in Las Vegas. He's the one I reached out to when I was interested in looking into EXP. And so he essentially is my sponsor, the brokerage that we're at now. So most of the people on the call know him, but Brandon, go ahead and introduce Rachel and then we'll let her take over.
Yeah, so just to kind of give you a quick little backstory, be quick on it. I had been working on a funnel for about a year and just thought that I had all the, knew everything and I was gonna put it all together. I was referred to Rachel by a mutual friend of Jeff and mine. And basically she put this thing together. She'll kind of give you an idea of what funnels are, but she put this thing together for me in less than a month. And it's been really awesome working with her. So I wanted to share her to have the opportunity to share with you guys what she, her specialty, her superpower. So Rachel, looking forward to having your presentation. Are you there, Rachel?
So I've worked with realtors before and working with taking their website that they have where they were not getting a lot of conversions and people were just dropping and creating funnels for them where their conversion doubled and they were getting more calls in and leads in and automated the whole follow-up process system for them. And basically anytime someone went online and went through the funnel and gave their information, they got a lead magnet or brochure, an e-brochure on the property while the realtor was sleeping. And when the realtor wakes up, they make that phone call, and it really helped their business and doubled and tripled some of them. So I put a little presentation together for you. And I want to show you the difference between a website and what a funnel is and what it can do. So the three greatest problems you face right now, pretty much any business, is getting more leads, customers, how to get your listings sold, and how to organize and systemize so it doesn't take up all your time and your whole life. So today, with the pandemic and everything that's been going on, the world has changed. And are you ready? Is your customer ready? If you haven't pivoted, you're losing out and it's time to start pivoting. Everything starts with being online. The customer, I'm sure you do it too. You go on the phone, you start looking up, you go to Zillow or whatever, and you start looking at properties. And then you're like, what's going on? And then when you find a realtor, then you research that realtor, or you look at all the reviews, etc. So everything starts online. So the three things that you need to do to make sure is control how your customers view you online, how they see you, any incorrect business listings, bad reviews, etc. If you have a bad review, you reply and you be nice. You build your business brand, you make your brand stand out from the rest, excellent customer service, you publish content, show that you're the expert, and then drive more traffic online and offline. Online using lead magnet generation, offline postcards, door knocking that no one wants to do. No one wants cold calling, that's the worst thing on the planet, but sometimes you have to do it. So, okay.
Hey, Rachel, can I interrupt you just for 1 second? I just want to kind of get a gauge how many people actually already have a funnel and what they know about it. Any of you guys use ClickFunnels or anything like that for your marketing?
What is that even?
Dave does. Okay, yeah, let's back up because I just got a question. What does that even mean? So maybe we could do a little
A
bit more.
funnel?
Basic understanding of
Okay.
what a funnel is and why we're talking about it and what it does. Sound good?
Okay, so let me show you an example of a website that a realtor generally uses and puts up their properties. This is one of my customers' sites, and this is the main site. So it has, you know, homes listings. It has every place to go to and get lost and forget what you were actually doing. So, you know, it's like read more, you want to look at the property. There's so many options to the website that you can get lost, and confused mind doesn't buy, they just leave. So what we did was we created what is called a funnel. So a funnel is taking the customer on the journey. You're giving them one option, and that's either to give you their information as a lead generation where you follow up, you're giving them some value like a free lead magnet or something like that, or to make a purchase. So you're taking them, it's like going into the store and saying, hey, how you doing, let me take you around the store, and they're your personal shopper and they get everything for you, and then you go pay. So a funnel is like that. So what we did with this is we created just, yes, I want to find my home. That's all the whole thing is. They put in your information, notify me about the listing.
We lost your audio there, Rachel, at least I did. As you're trying to come back. So basically what you're saying is this quiets out all the noise of a traditional website.
And that's
and
not my
eliminates.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, this is
You're back.
so slow. And then, oh, okay. Yeah. So the website is super slow pulling up things, and you're just lost. You just clicked on the property to find out what it is. And this is, you know, it's like, okay, well, how do I get in touch with them? All their contact is, you know, give them a phone call. Or now they have this old form in here that nobody even knows how to get a hold of. They prefer you to just email them. So there's too many options for the customer compared to the funnel, which is just one option, and it shows the properties in a pop-up. It doesn't take them off the page. So you can create a home page like this where you're just, all your properties are on here. If someone's interested, they just put in their information and sends it to you. You follow up, you get an instant notification on your phone, you know, through text message or email or however you want it set up. And then also for lead generation, I created this, put your guys in it. So, I mean, this is a lead gen that I created for someone else, you know, the 10 tips to getting the most when you sell your home. And then you can create, I have one for buyers too, for, you know, trying to buy a property. And you could do lead generation where you're offering this to somebody, and then they put in their email and the phone number, and then they get this lead magnet. And then at the bottom, you know, you has all this great information. So you're providing them value, and then you have your little story, you have your name, your picture, all your information. So this will help, you know, providing value to sellers and buyers for them to get to know you and like you and be able to trust you in order to hire you. So that's where lead generation comes into play with a funnel. Let me.
So essentially you're asking them to trade you their information for your lead magnet, which is
Yes.
you're the 10. So lead magnet, can you explain the lead magnet a little bit? Just make sure everybody knows that
Yeah.
term.
Yeah. So a lead magnet is like a little ebook or a worksheet or a checklist, something that you put together that provides value to your customer, to solve their pain. Like every seller wants the most money out of their house. So I put this together for another realtor, and I looked through, he told me the biggest things, that all the questions that he gets. So I just created a lead magnet from it. So pricing it right. If you don't price it right, the place isn't going to sell, and you don't want to underprice it because you want to make money. Keep your closets half empty. When you're showing the property, you have to make it very minimal. So all the things that he was having problems with his sellers, we created a lead magnet so he can send it out to people who is interested in selling their property to prepare it. And then he ended up getting more clients from this, as sellers, to sell their property because of the lead magnet. They were like, oh wow, this really helped out. And they liked them and trusted them. That's the whole thing, is you're building up value, trust for someone to want to hire you. Yeah. And there's different types of lead magnets. I've created a few. I don't want to waste time trying to search, but there's different types, checklists. If you get Canva, they have so many things in there that you can just easily create. They have worksheets, ebooks, things like that. Even videos. You can create a lead magnet as a video talking about something, and then the customer sees you and they start to be like, oh, I can relate with this guy. Let me call him up. Let me just bringing in, trying different ways of lead generation.
Hey, Rachel, I have a question. Since you said you created this for one of your clients, is that something you do as part of your services and helping people with funnels, is help them create their lead magnet, or do they bring that to the table?
Yeah. What was that? Oh, I didn't hear him. Oh, okay. So forgot. Does anyone have any more questions about lead magnets, funnels? I can show more examples of different funnels.
Did you hear
There's
Jeff's
tons
question,
of different.
Rachel?
What's that?
Did you hear Jeff's question?
No, I didn't.
He was asking if your clients need to come with their own lead magnet, or part of your service is creating a lead magnet for them.
Oh, for me? No, I'll create a lead magnet for them. Because it's easier for me to create it once I talk to someone. It's a lot. It's just easier. So I create the lead magnet. I'll build or fix websites, funnels, do all the graphic work. Anything that gives you a headache online is what I take care of.
Okay, Rachel, we got somebody here that's not on Zoom, so speak up, Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just to clarify, a lead magnet is anything that brings value to your customer, meaning like when I see a Russell Brunson commercial on my Facebook feed, it's like, hey, get this free book. All you pay for is shipping, but it will teach you how to do this. So that's like the magnet that draws you in. So the magnet can be anything that provides value.
Well,
Is that right? As far as definition?
yeah, but Russell, what he's doing there is actually, he's giving, his value is the free book, and then you're just paying for shipping. So yeah, it's pretty much it's the same thing. And then he upsells you 10 times after that. And you can do the same thing with upselling. If you have other services, or you have affiliates with movers, inspection people, all those could be affiliates for you and upsells for you as well. You could provide everything. Awesome. Yeah. So I have.
I'm sorry, I just have one more question. You're saying for a lead magnet, a lot of the things that you're using, you're saying that the magnet, there's templates on Canva that you're using. Are there actually like magnets that are, I'm using the word magnet as like a value prop. Are there magnets that are pre-made with like lists of the 10 things that you can just pull from Canva? Or do you have to be when you say Canva, are you just using the template, like the PDF template, and then creating your own magnet?
Yeah, I'm creating my own through, I search online, or the customer tells me, like I'll ask, what's the most frequently asked questions, or what's your customer's number one pain? And they'll tell me, and then I'll be like, then I'll think of a lead magnet from that. Or I'll go online and I scope out what other people are, have for lead magnets. And there's some even through PLR sites that you can download and buy that are already done for you.
And once that magnet's made, you're kind of like dangling that over their head. They're not getting that magnet until they submit the info, or how does that work?
Yeah.
Do they get, okay.
Yeah, so they would have to submit their information. Like, here's an example. If you guys want to go through this, just go to www.helpmerach.com/exp. And this is it's a lead magnet, lead gen, and it's a funnel. And it has a buyer's version and a seller's version and the combo. So I have the combo for you to go through as an example. So when someone goes through this, let me pull it up. Let me go here. So you could use this as your whole homepage, website, or however you want to call it. And there's two versions. If you have ClickFunnels, I can give you this. It's already done. So if someone's like, oh, I'm interested in buying a house, then they click buy a home. And then there's a little survey. So what are you looking for? Saves you time having to call up people on the phone. And they put in all.
She's got a really bad connection. We were fighting that. We lost audio again on you, Rachel.
Vacation, and then yeah. Okay, so you'll get everything's automated. You get a notification, and then so you have their information already. Now it's like, well you have what they're interested in. So now they're like, oh, here's a little thank you. So the home buyer's guide, or whatever lead magnet you want to put in there. I had the same thing for the seller's version. So show me my matches, thank you. They get a thank you, then they can click to download the PDF. So right here, they just get they get their buyer's guide, realtor's buyer guide, and realtor.com, they have these online. You can just grab them and take out realtor.com and put in your info.
D.
There you go.
I'll do that.
You like that option?
Yeah,
So that's another type of lead magnet. And then there's different ones. So, and then also to throw to get traffic to people to your, lead magnet and to your funnel, keep, post on Facebook, post on Instagram. You can do it organically. And you can also, if you write like more like a story type, how is the neighborhood or the house, how is it going to benefit the potential buyer or seller? Write it like that. Just don't put bullet points of, how many acres and say, huge backyard great for horses, or it all depends on the area. But write more story-based posts and do Instagram posts, boost them. $4, spend $4, $1 a day to boost the post to get in front of more people. Because usually it's a smaller area, unless you're, trying to get people from outside of the area in. But usually, it's you're advertising in a certain area. So that's, use Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, do videos too, walkthroughs. You can do video ads. Okay, so and then this is the lead magnet, you can even do the like home evaluation where someone puts in their information, their property, and then you can do gives them you call them up and you do an evaluation of the property. Okay, and that's what this is. We'll give you a free offer is another funnel. So give you a free offer, a free estimate. They put in their information and boom, it all comes to your phone. And then this is what the back end looks like. So here's the contact. Here's all the questions I answered, what I'm looking for. Then when you click on my contact, it has all my information. And it even has like my scores of social media, how many followers I have, etc. And then to make your life easy, you automate everything. So after the person opts in, then you send them a thank you email. You send them, deliver the lead magnet. You can send text messages. You can do voice drops, where it goes to voicemail and automatically, it doesn't ring their phone. It goes straight to their voicemail. So you could say, hey, I see you downloaded our lead magnet. I'd love to help you look for a house without even having to get them on the phone.
Rach, I have a question on that.
Yeah.
Do you use MailChimp or who are you using for that? And then another question I have might be for Jeff or Brandon. Does our software, the KV Core, have something like this as well?
For the follow-up, for the email follow-up,
Yeah.
you can use any of them. Aweber, MailChimp, ConvertKit, ClickFunnels, if you have the big package. MailPoet is through WordPress. So if you have a WordPress funnel, you can use MailPoet. That's an integration for them.
So
And then
Kim, sorry, go ahead and finish, Rachel, sorry.
Then for SMS, you can use Easy Texting or Twilio. It all integrates together.
So I was just going to add in there, Kim. Yeah, you can use KV Core for that, but ClickFunnels is kind of meant to be all in one, encompassing for those follow-ups and campaigns, and they have their own mail servers and stuff like that that you can use. I'm sure there's different versions of ClickFunnels. I haven't used them, so I don't know if it's an upgraded one, but Mailly does.
Mailly has done
Hold
it.
on.
Watch something. So I got an email from Facebook from EXP, right? And they did this whole training on how to use KV Core for
I can't really hear her, Jeff.
Instagram and social media.
She's just adding in the KV Core component that we have at EXP, right? And she just watched a video on it on exactly this, the follow-up systems and the campaigns you can put in there and the lead generation for Facebook and Instagram and all of that. So choose your weapon, right? I mean, ClickFunnels has its purpose and designed to capture leads, and then what you do with them from there is kind of up to you. Same thing with KV Core. You funnel, it kind of acts as a funnel depending on the ads you're doing to get leads into KV Core. So where Rachel started with was you got to offer them something of value. They're not going to just give you their information, right? I think a lot of people fall back on the default of they're going to go to my website and they want to search for property, so they're going to give me their contact information. I mean, that's a different type of a lead, right? Pretty cold lead. They just want to browse properties. You don't know how they're qualified, but if they're actually signing up to get a specific piece of content, like Brandon, you have a book, right? If they're signing up to get your book, you want to know something about them, and they're giving your information for that. So you create your follow-up campaign based on what they signed up for instead of something generic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then they get to know you and like you and be able to trust you. That's the whole game right there in marketing. Is someone getting to know you and like you and trust you.
Like you're saying, Jeff, like these lead magnets allow you to be more specific on the type of like clients that you're looking for, as opposed to everyone. How many times have you called somebody from like a lead that just went to search property and you're like, hey, you're on my website, and they go, what website was that? Because what they do is they go into Google, they type homes for sale in Sandy, Utah. The next day, Google homes for sale in Sandy, Utah. They sign up on 5 different sites. But if you're the one to give them the lead magnet and they're creating this you're starting to create a relationship other than just saying, oh, hey, here's your homes that are available this morning. Oh, here's a follow-up email that was triggered by, this funnel that that you or Rachel built for this specific item, like a lead magnet of 5 reasons why, or 5 tips for buying new construction as a lead magnet. And then now you put that in your new construction. Would you agree with that, Rachel? That it makes it more specific?
Yeah, they'll remember you more. And then on top of that, I mean, when I was looking for a place down in South Florida, nobody got back to me. Yeah, it's like, that's the other thing, is make sure, yes, you're giving them a lead magnet, but make sure you still follow up and get with them, because that's one of the biggest problems. Realtors, they do, well, I mean, especially in South Florida, I don't know where anyone else is, but follow up is the worst thing. That's why realtors just come in by the dozens to try and get somebody. So if you keep following up and you do amazing customer service with them, they're gonna love you. You hold them by the hand, help them, with the biggest property, purchase or sale of their life.
Hey, Rachel, I have a question along those lines. I totally
Mhm.
get the whole follow-up thing. Because most people, they get the lead and then they don't follow up, right? I mean, when I used to have a landscape
Yeah.
business, I would just show up when I was supposed to, and I would get the job
Mhm.
because the other people didn't show up. And they already had more
Yeah.
trust in me that I was going to follow through just because I kept my appointment. So it's the same thing with realtors. We've got to follow up. So my question is, obviously you helped Brandon with his funnel and it's a service that you do. Do you help people create their follow-up campaigns based on what type of lead they're going after?
Yeah. I have someone I work with that does all the copy. And he does copy. I organize, put it all together and make it work for you, automate everything.
Is that the same person that helped me?
Yeah, but I have other copywriters that I work with as well.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, lucky for us, next week we have that copywriter that helped with this same funnel for me. And he'll be teaching a class for us as well.
Yeah, he does it.
Rachel, we didn't hear what you just said, but it sounded like it was
Oh,
funny.
I said, yeah, I said I'm the nerd behind the computer, and Greg, who's the copywriter, he's always in front of the computer. Because I get nervous behind, so I'm like, I'm the nerd behind the computer.
Well, it's a good thing your video isn't working then. Hey, we
I
had a
know.
question. Yeah, we had a question here in the room. Brandon, we were talking about Rachel helping you with your funnel. I know it's fairly new, but any comments, results, experience with the funnel that you've used in working with Rachel?
Yeah, so I haven't done much promoting it yet. I've just been doing some Facebook stuff that we'll talk about on Freedom Friday as well. But last night I was watching Seahawks Monday Night Football and my phone went off and it said, "Yay, email, someone just bought the book." Person I've never met before. And like how I was joking with Rachel a couple days ago about like we use electricity, but we don't necessarily know how it works. And that's where I was like trying to figure out how to build this whole funnel on my own. And it took me forever. And there's all these triggers, all this stuff that she's talking like very basic form of what she actually has done for me. There's stuff where, I have to integrate a payment, right? For the book, the upsell and things like that. And, she told me what things, what my upsell or what my bump offer should be. Certain things I was trying to go all crazy. And she's like, "No, confused mind always says no, just do this." But yeah, I've seen it's way better than what I could have done. And yeah, I have seen there's been a number of people that have gone through the funnel and ordered the book that I've never met before.
Yeah, all the tagging that goes, all the back end stuff, the tagging, because you want to segment your buyers so you can, monetize them later. with different offers. And, you know, if you just have people that opt in, then, you know, they go through a series, then they go to a general list where you can send them emails and, you know, special promotions, broadcasts. But then when you have buyers, then you want to make sure they're segmented. So it's easier to, you know, try and, you know, sell them a different property, or, you know, different offers and things like that, or what they like and what they don't like. So all the tagging and segmenting in the background.
Well, that
but-
brings me to that brings me to another thing, of how intricate it can be set up as to where the funnel versus the website. When the website, they just go there and you don't know why they're there.
Yeah.
In the funnel that she has set up for me, there's 3 separate 5 email sequences that get triggered depending on where they exited the funnel to bring them back into the next step. And like that kind of thing, I mean, that to have control over, like she said, the journey and why a funnel can be so powerful is because you can pick them up and send them a series of emails to bring them right back to where they left. On a website, you might not even know why they were even there.
Yeah, and then you want to make sure you have your, you know, Facebook Pixel in there and your Google Analytics, so you can capture people's data and then know, like with Google, you'll be able to be like, oh, okay, they're dropping off at this point. Oh, maybe I need to make some changes to that page. And then with Facebook, you can retarget people that have come and interacted with your site and just keep getting in their face with different ads or posts or, you know, boosts, just by, you know, retargeting them.
Hey, Brandon, what is
Like,
your website for your funnel for those that want to kind of check out your book and your funnel?
It's the semi-retiredagent.com. I can put it in the chat if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Semi-retiredagent.com.
Yeah, and if anyone wants any of the, I can share the links to the lead magnet. And if anyone wants the funnel links, I can share those as well.
Yeah, if you want to put those in the chat, then they'll be saved in there and
Yeah.
people can swipe it from there.
Okay.
I know personally from knowing Brandon that he worked on his funnel for over a year and never finished it because he's like a self-taught guy. He wants to know everything and do it himself. And finally he broke down and he hired you, and all of a sudden it's done. And now he's marketing his book and doing his funnel. And so kind of to speak to that service, I'm sure I can't be the only one wondering how much it might cost for somebody like you to help any of us put together a sales funnel. I'm not sure if you're talking or not, Rachel. It looks like you are, but we can't hear you. I'm sure you're sharing some great stuff with us, Rachel, but we're not getting it.
Yeah, I keep getting knocked out.
Well, we can hear you
I'm
now.
gonna join back in. Oh, okay. All right.
Yep, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
So did you hear my question?
Okay. I heard just the beginning of it.
Well, I was just talking about Brandon's experience trying to do things on his own because some of us are just like that. And then she's gone.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Oh, you just stopped the screen
Yeah.
share.
Yeah,
So I was curious.
stop getting knocked off.
What kind of services do you do and what do they cost?
Oh, okay. I pretty much can do anything that involves online marketing, technology strategy, text, any software, put them together, build them, fix them, computers. I try to do like package hours. It all depends on the job, like what you want. But if it's like just quick fixes and things like that, I recommend the packages of tech support. But if you want like a build out, like, you know, Brandon and things like that, then those are different prices, and it, you know, ranges anywhere depending what you need done, from $200 all the way up. Depends on the build or what's going on.
So somebody should probably just contact you and throw out some
Yeah,
ideas.
it's definitely, yeah, definitely easier. I'll go over, you know, I'll do like if you already have something going, like I do an audit, like a, you know, an optimization audit, like for 20 minutes for $20. I'll do an optimization audit. I'll find like, you know, 3 things that I can optimize on it. So that's my lead gen is
Nice.
that, yeah.
So who else has questions for Rachel or something you want her to talk more on? Anybody on Zoom? Anybody here?
I just want to know, after this meeting, everybody's obviously gonna be calling her to help set up these ClickFunnels. So like how much can she take on? I want to know.
Could you hear him, Rachel, on that question?
I just heard something about funnels.
Want my business.
Yeah, he basically was saying, hey, if a bunch of us called you right after this call, how much business can you really take on? I mean, you have the capacity to take on several new clients at once. Is that your question, basically?
Oh yeah, I can. I know my capacity is like 10 a month. So, and then if I get more than that, then I get a helper. But you know, entrepreneurs, we work 24 hours a day. That's what we're about.
That's right.
And I just
Anybody
want to say, my experience with her, she's been available. I mean, I'm sure she communicates in multiple ways. We just happen to do it on Facebook Messenger is where we always do it, because I have a hierarchy of communication, and Facebook Messengers like gets me when I feel okay sending it at 2 a.m. because they'll get it when they get it. But you know, she's always been like super responsive and been a huge help through this. And she basically, we sat down on a Zoom call basically for, I don't know, an hour or so, going over what it was that I was trying to do. And she made a couple tweaks right then, and then got back to me, I think the following day, with hey, here's the scope of work, here's the, you know, the proposal or whatever for what it was. So should definitely help you and give you you know, the whatever price it's going to be. And like it can vary because we've talked about doing some other things outside of the funnel as well.
So Brandon, your funnel is actually helping you get real estate clients, helping you get real estate agents that are interested in EXP. Is that correct?
Well, they're interested in the semi-retired agent. So not necessarily, they won't. So how the funnel works is that the lead magnet is the book. It's a free plus shipping book. The bump offer is the ebook and the audiobook. And then they go through to the next page that says, do you have what it takes to become a retired or semi-retired real estate agent? And so then from there, they go on to a quiz. Now, when they go through that quiz, it basically like it either qualifies or disqualifies them. So there's a question on there that will say, what brokers do you work for? If you answer EXP, you're automatically disqualified. If you answer anything else, you go on to the next. And from there, you watch a series of videos. And the first video that is where I talk about how I came into semi-retirement was by partnering and aligning with a company like EXP. Then they go through a couple videos of what, you know, there's the Brent Go video obviously is in there. I have Mitch Ribick, his video in there. But after that, they can go down and book a call, and they go straight to my calendar. So the idea is if they go all the way through the funnel the first time, they'll book an appointment with me instead of me reaching out to them. So I don't have to chase them all over. And this can be done on like whatever new construction, whatever ad that you run, you can have it go all the way through and have your quiz. I'm a huge fan of quizzes because like I don't want to call, online lead gen is like 2%. I don't want to, like a 2% conversion rate. I don't want to call 100 people to find out that 2 of them are ready to go. I'd rather talk to 10 people and find out 2 of them are ready to go. And those quizzes kind of knock people out and disqualify them. But basically, if they exit at any point of that, if they exit between buying the book and the quiz, they'll get 1 set of emails. If they exit between the quiz and the videos, they'll get a separate set of emails. And if they exit between the videos and scheduling an appointment, they'll get another set. But I get their information, like this guy I have last night, Paul Griffin from Idaho Falls, sent me, like, this is his book that I'm sending out today. But I don't know who he is. He went through and filled out or he actually bought the book and the bump offer.
And that's just through organic traffic.
Yeah, I haven't really run any ads yet. I boosted one post on Instagram a couple days ago just to see what would happen, but I haven't ran any type of ads for that.
Yep. And when you do boost, you have to make sure that you go into the advanced settings, because Facebook automatically will just boost it in your city to anybody, but you can actually go in and create your own audience of it. Even though with real estate you have limitations, you can still get around that creatively.
So I've been having an issue with the audio. So I went in and actually purchased the book and the audio yesterday or the day before, and I didn't get the audio still. So I don't know if there's a glitch in there, but I just want to let you know.
It's in the membership area. Were you able to log into the membership area to download the audio and the PDF of the book? I can already walk you through it. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll call you later and you can walk me through that then.
Yep, I'll walk you through it. We'll do a Zoom share and I'll show you how to get to it.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Awesome, Rachel. Everybody's being kind of quiet. Anybody have any other questions? Maybe we'll transition into the next part of what we're going to talk about. So Brandon kind of set that up, talking about EXP and his book and everything. Obviously, we're proud about our brokerage, so we want to do an overview of our brokerage. And we actually have a few people here. Now, keep in mind, how your mirror says things are closer than they appear? These guys they're really 6 feet apart. It's just my camera. They appear closer than they really are. So take special note of that. So Rachel, we appreciate you. That was awesome stuff. I think we've got all your contact information. We're going to make sure that everybody gets a copy of that isn't on the chat, because obviously we got some people here live that they're watching the screen unless they wrote all those down. Any final thoughts that you want to wrap up with for us?
All right. Let me know. Give me a call. I take care of it for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Rachel. Brandon, anything you want to add to that? Thank you.
No, if you need a testimonial or anybody to vouch for her work, it's my pain was solved. Like Jeff said, it was over a year for me trying to figure this out, and she took care of it in less than a month.
Awesome.
So it was awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
I work quick.
Thanks, Rachel. I think you'll get
thank you.
contacts from this. You're welcome to stay on. Otherwise, we'll be in touch.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. You guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.